we've got a no heat call. Gentleman says that he has a separate unit for his bonus room. I believe we just passed it. Anyway, that's going to be a refreshing thing to see, that it doesn't have a zone system, and you know, one little bitty damper feeding one little bitty room. That's says he has a separate unit just for the bonus room alone, and that it is a gas furnace. So let's go check it out. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Good size return. It's on. Got the little duck in door. Let's go see what we got. Alright, it looks like a Goodman 90%er up here in the attic. Big pipe going over there out the roof. I hear the inducer. Let's see what's going on. Alright, I don't know if any of you guys remember these old furnaces, but they had 5 screws to the top door. That's your regular 2 screws there, and then there's 3 in the middle right there, kind of separating the burner compartment. This is an early Goodman 90% furnace. (2003). It's not that old. Let's see if we see a blink. So looks like the igniter is got a spot in it. So this may be a quick, simple call here. So one thing you can do, pretty easy, when you mount an igniter, if it's not working, usually just the plain old dummy beep will tell you what's going on. Just a simple old continuity test, and we get nothing. Yep. And even though I did not necessarily hear the valve release when it was trying, doesn't mean it didn't. So I'm just going to guess that that's what's wrong here, and this will be a very simple problem, and fire this thing back up and get these people some heat. And I'm going to tell you what, that right there was a stupid design of Goodman. This manifold pipe for the gas is right in line with those 2 screws for the igniter. And tell you what, that was flat out stupid. Now you can get it in there, it looks like, when you go in there at an angle. So it looks like we'll be able to get out of having to pull the manifold loose. We can get them to go back in that easy. Problem is the new one going in has to be treated a little more delicately than this old one coming out. But you can see the broken spot right there. See if we can get it to focus. Yep. So I should have this exact one that snaps. It's got this little ledge here. I should have this Robert Shaw version of this anyway. I don't know if the plug will be exactly the same, but let's go grab one out of the truck. See if we can fire this back up. Alright, I believe the one that fits this is this Robert Shaw 41-411. And it'll have a little bit different bracket in it, but I think it will snap in this one. Not sure about the wiring, but let's take a look at it. And let's see. Yep, same thing. Hopefully it snaps right into our Goodman bracket here. Sometimes I have seen this be longer for different brands. Yep, and see, that's what we got here. So I think this is something we can work around, because this is going to be the only one I have that's similar to this. So what I've done in this case is I've snipped off a little piece of that ledge right there to try to make it look like that and get it to snap in. Some people might feel like that's a little bit of a risky operation, but as you can see, it'll just snip right off, and you should be able to, yep, kind of test fit it there, and should be able to snap this right in. And one thing you don't want to do is touch that at all with your hand. You don't want to get any oil from your skin on it at all. Okay, we're just going to give that another little small coaching session here. Now, if you can see that, I do believe this will go right in there now. Yep, and you can see it's through, and it's down pretty flat, but you know, it'll hold in there. So let's carefully put this back in. Might be able to get it to go a little better. Looks pretty good. You can see a lot of it sticking through. So I'm pretty happy with it, and you can feel the ledge on that side too. But it is Sunday. They have no heat. And sometimes it's just got to be like they say at the racetrack. You know, run what you brung. So I'm going to try to get these screws in here by hand, and then hopefully not bang this thing around. Let's see what I can do. Well, it wasn't easy, but I got the screw just barely started by hand in there. Trying to be real careful. And I got my Nebo magnetically up in that corner to where it wasn't in my eyes. And on this second screw, I'm going to try and see if I can carefully angle this thing in there and get it. Oh yeah. I'd have to get both hands up in here. Tell you, I'm just going to loosen these. If I just let this manifold move a little bit. So I'm just loosening those like that. Oops. There went the Nebo. See if, yep. So that moved probably enough to get exactly what I needed. You can see that took what, like 90 seconds to get it apart and 90 seconds to get it back together. I don't think that was really worth the trouble of fighting with it. All right, so let's hope this. So this plugged right in to our existing Molex connector, and we should have heat. We should be right back where we were before the igniter failed. So let's find out. Well, that is a little bitty drip leg. Dirt leg, whatever you want to call it. I guess it counts. I do not hear any clicking, and I don't see any glowing. There it comes. Alright, let's not get it hot. And let that igniter cool down. And I'm going to let this thing fire up again. That old original inducer sounds a little funny on startup. But she's smooth when she's running. And the thing I noticed is it did not glow long before it gave the call for gas. So there's a little bit of a concern there. You see it's glowing. Yeah, I guess it's good enough. Alright, so I'm going to put the door back on it, let the fan come on, let the space start heating up, and then I'm going to talk to the customer about the unit and give him my opinion on it, give him the age on it from the serial number, And I'm not going to do anything further to it unless he asks for it to be serviced and checked out thoroughly, which of course I will do. But it appears to be working right back like it was. So let's put the door on. Okay, we've got all 5 screws back in. And these were not bad furnaces. Goodman has always made cheap equipment, but their furnaces have never been the worst on the market, that's for sure. The ACs, the refrigeration systems all together are just kind of cheap and problematic in my opinion. And the old air handlers were pretty dependable. The new ones are junk. The new coils are junk. But the old stuff was not so bad. You'd see them run forever. So I'm going to leave that there. Obviously we don't leave big motors or anything else, but this furnace appears to have almost never been worked on, so I'm just going to leave that right there. And we should be good. Let's go talk to the customer and see if they want anything else done. See, one thing I'm going to suggest is there's the control, and I can feel the heat blowing right here at me. So you can see that grill, even though it's a 3-way, it does blow some heat directly into that corner, which that's going to cause a short cycling situation. I think these others are probably okay, but this grill, I think we'd be a lot better off if it were a directional grill, meaning that you see them in various places, but each fin in the venting is actually individually adjustable, so you can make the whole thing blow mostly that way. The directional grill is something I really like because each fin will be adjustable individually, and you can make them all face that way or make them all blow straight, or whichever you prefer. So I think I'm going to suggest that. Let's go talk to them and go to the next one. Thanks for watching.